Guys, you can stop searching. You have found the airdrop video you have been looking for. And we are going to be covering all of the high value projects. But not only that, we're going to be talking about a completely full guide on how you can go from nothing to $250,000 in profit in 2024 alone. Now, we've been speaking to people inside the space, we've been doing some deep research, and we have all of the best information here. We're going to talk to you about things like when to invest, when the airdrops are, how much you should invest, as well as the best routes to actually go about investing for the most price efficient routes and some completely free routes as well for those with no capital at all. So in this video, I'm going to show everybody at all different financial levels how you can go ahead making a ton of money with airdrops this year. Now, you may be already able to claim some and you might not know it yet. But in this video, it's going to be the most valuable 10 or so minutes of your life for airdrops in 2024. So make sure you stick around, watch it. I promise you it's better than scrolling on TikTok. So first of all, the first thing that we need to understand and figure out is that how a crypto cycle runs. So crypto cycles generally run in 4 years. So the question is, if we've got all these airdrops and we set them up, and then quarter of the way or halfway through this year, a huge dip happens and we go right back into a bear market, what's going to happen? And although this is not super likely, it is a real possibility. But we've been speaking to people in the space and we've more or less solved this out. Now, if we go ahead and look at the chart for Bitcoin since its start, if you look at the cycles and you kind of break them down, you can see that although we are here, we're at near the all-time high of Bitcoin, we're actually so early on in the cycle itself. You can see that the cycle, as we said, runs for about 4 years, and we're expecting the peak or the all-time high of Bitcoin to be around November 2025. So that's like a year and a half away from now. So we should, in theory, have a lot of time for this before it actually happens. So in theory, if you look at all different charts and predictions, we've got a long time, which means that we have until November 2025 realistically to go ahead and sell our airdrops. So I don't think we need to be too concerned about, everything falling flat. I think it's pretty stable, or as stable as it can be, and going up. So the first goal, or the first thing I recommend we look at for 2024 is locking in the Chapter 2 mainnet airdrop for the very worthwhile token called Frame. This is their website. It looks a little bit like this. Now, Frame is heralding a new era in the NFT space, supported by Electrical Sea Capital, and there's a very high chance that you already qualify for a part of this airdrop. They remind me a lot of when RMRK came out and made a lot of money on that stuff last bull run. I think everyone can agree that NFTs need something new, either a lower bar for mass adoption or make them more useful in some way to prolong the life of the average project, because as we saw before, they kind of pumped and dumped a lot. So Frame is going to be the hero in this space. And here's the good news. For the Chapter 1 airdrop, for those of you guys who have traded on Ethereum or traded NFTs in the past 2 years, you already qualify for the token claim in Chapter 1. And this is not the end of the airdrops either, as you can see. Chapter 1 has happened, but Chapter 2 is coming out very, very soon. So the best thing you can do is head on over to their website, connect up your wallet here. You can go to MetaMask, make sure it's one that you've got some kind of history on before, put your password in. Now, if we head on over to the governance section, you can see this is where the Chapter 1 thing happens, and it's just loading here. And you can see here it says, good job surviving the bear market. It's been a brutal winter, but now it's time to enter the next phase of NFTs. You'll be using Frame to govern the network and the Frame Creator Fund when mainnet launches on January 31st. So we can just go down here and we can click claim your Frame, and we have to sign message here. Do that on our MetaMask. Now we have to go ahead and follow them on X. So just click connect your account here and then view it and then follow them. For me, I didn't actually go ahead and trade any NFTs on this wallet, so I'm not applicable, but you can check a different wallet, and if you are applicable, you can go ahead and claim it. Now what you can actually do on here is you can go over to this button here and go to quests, and the quests will resume very soon on the mainnet, and you can go ahead and do these to be applicable for their chapter 2 airdrops. So this is something to look out for. Now next up is a huge project. It's looking really, really good. They've got 1.3 million followers on Twitter. They've got a ton of engagement. So we can actually go onto here and we can use their testnet to actually go ahead and grab ourselves the airdrop or have potential. So we have to put our email in here, and then you can either create a DOP wallet or you can import one. It's really up to you. And once you go ahead and do that, they're going to have a few different quests that you can go ahead and do stuff, just, you know, simple stuff like following them and interacting with their testnet. Simple stuff like that you can do, and it should tell you everything once you actually create a wallet or import a wallet here. Now here is the next one I would recommend farming. It's called Zeta Markets, and it's very easy for you to go ahead and actually interact with, and there's a lot of people who are very heavily farming this in particular. And all you have to do to get access to this is just go ahead and trade on it. So you can just trade between different wallets. You know, get 2 wallets, just trade. It doesn't matter about the amount. It just matters about the amount of transactions. So you can just trade all day on this account, and you've got a very high chance. Now you can even go ahead and use some software or bots to go ahead and trade for you, which means you can farm this 24/7. You don't need a much. You can do it for like $200. Now one bot you can go ahead and use is this one here called Soa, and it helps you to farm airdrops, and this is one of the markets they support. So they've got all these different ones. MarginFi, Zeta is one that we're looking for, but they've got all the other ones that you might want to farm as well. So it's a great tool that you should be looking at. So we look here, it says Z-Score Season 2. How to earn Z-Score in Season 2. Just like in Season 1, the more volume you trade, the more your Z-Score goes up. However, in Season 2, both maker and taker volume counts towards your Z-Score. So a maker gets 1 Z-Score with $5 volume, and a taker, $1, gets 1 Z-Score. Now they have the same PNL multiplier, which you can look at here. If you want to look at any of this stuff, you can go onto their docs on their website. So what you need to do right now is I recommend going for these 2. At minimum, go for these 2. These are going to be great projects that you should farm. You can see that the pay is going to be, they're very easy pay-wise, and they're going to have really, really good results. They're huge projects, so you've got a huge chance of doing well with them. So I'd recommend going ahead and using those. If you enjoyed the video and found it useful, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.